Hey troops, it's GeneralJSmith here, otherwise known as Josh, with another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Winter Set review. And today we have a set which is meant to be an exclusive actually. We don't know what store, but you know, obviously we'll find out in due course. It is the Coruscant Police Gunship. Set number 75046, ages 8 to 14. Contains 481 pieces. And retails for £50, and I assume it'll be $50. So, unlike the Droid Gunship and the Republic Cannon, this is actually not £45. It is 50, as I just said. I'm not entirely sure why they were £45. This one's 50. I mean, the pieces aren't particularly different. I mean, you do get some fairly large pieces, so I definitely think £50 is a very good price for it. So, great set. By the way, the Let's Build of this will be down in the description if you want to go check that out. It really is an awesome set. Really cool. This is from the Clone Wars. We don't actually see any films. This was at, technically, like, you know, it's been throughout the entire Clone Wars. It's sort of it's just the gunship the police use, but we only see it at the end of Season 5 in the Clone Wars, in the Ahsoka arc, which is also why we get Ahsoka. I was talking about the figures. Yeah, I'm not sure about them. I mean, obviously the shock troopers are awesome, and technically Anakin's new. However, there's so many other figures they could have put with this set that would be so awesome. I mean, in the Ahsoka arc, if you've seen it, there are so many different characters. I mean, they could have put the Coruscant Police. That would have been awesome. They could have put perhaps some Wolfpack troopers, but at the end of the day, we did get some Wolfpack troopers in the Republic Cannon, so that's alright. They could have put Commander Fox, though, and Commander Wolf. They could have put a Sarge Ventress in, like, her bounty hunter thing. I mean, all these really cool minifigures. But that's alright, I suppose. Yeah, the figures you get are alright. The shock troopers are really cool. Anakin and Ahsoka aren't particularly anything special, but, you know, nonetheless. Anyway, but as a whole, it really is a really good set. It's not actually as big as I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I expected it to be bigger, but I just sort of did. It seems very boxy, and to me, personally, I think it looks a bit like a fish. Like you've seen some fish, you know, in the ocean or whatever. But that's just me. Please leave in the comments if you think it looks like a fish as well. But anyway, so, it is an awesome set, it really is. I do recommend it. Not really one you can use a lot, unfortunately. I suppose if you want to do Coruscant mock, it would be cool to see a few E's, you know, going around, but then you probably have to have Coruscant Police, which you don't get any figures, you know, that close to them, so that would be difficult, but nonetheless, you know, so it's not really one that you have to have, just because it's not particularly practical. However, it is still a very good set. You know, I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. But anyway, so let's get into the actual set. Right, so we have 4 figures. First one we have is Ahsoka. Now, this is not new, and it even says so on the box. The exact same Ahsoka we got in the Embarrass MHC at the beginning of 2013. You can check back in my video history. One of the first videos I ever did was on that set. So, yeah. And I compared this one to the old one. She has 2 green lightsabers. But I've done this before, you know. It makes sense we get her because obviously it is the Ahsoka arc and everything. Yeah. There's her face. It's also very little leg printing, but yeah. Cool. So yeah, she doesn't get. Oh no, she does get a double-sided face actually. This is the other side. I assume that's a sort of an angry face. So you do get a double-sided face. That's cool. And yeah. I'm going to try not to spoil the actual arc, because it is actually a really cool arc, and I recommend you see it at the end of Season 5. But anyway, so you get her. She's cool, but she's not new in any way. Same old Ahsoka. Yeah, cool character. On to the next one, we have, technically speaking, is a new minifigure. It is, well, I assume sort of, well, it's Clone Wars Anakin, but like in a slightly different, he's wearing a slightly different thing. Yeah. Comes with his usual blue lightsaber. Brown arms. Well, sort of brownish. Darker brown. Comparing to the old Clone Wars one, you know, you see the arms are actually quite a bit darker on the new one. And so are the, well, obviously the legs are, because they're, you know. So there you go. Black hands. About halfway through the Clone Wars, he starts to wear this new thing, which is what we see him wearing in Episode 3. So yeah. So yeah, I suppose I prefer the new Clone Wars version. However, saying that, if I want to use Anakin, then I'm really going to use the one from Palpatine's Arrest. I personally love that one the best, Anakin. Do get some belt printing than the old one. You get some back printing. So yeah, the torso and everything's pretty cool. Not really why you get the whole set though, you know, he's definitely not worth it. But technically he is new, so. Cool. You get the usual head, same sort of colour for his hair. He does not get a double-sided face, that's his only face. Yeah, so not my favourite Anakin, but yeah. Now on to the main figures, I think the best ones from this set. We do have new versions of the Shock Troopers. We already had 2 versions of Shock Troopers, this is the second one. So it's awesome to see them again. Personally, I do like these ones more than the originals. That's just because I didn't like the originals that much, because I didn't like the Clone Troopers that sort of had like those open visors where you had to have black head. That's just me. So we do get 2 of them, which is awesome. So yeah, Shock Troopers, or sometimes Coruscant clones, whatever you want to call them. You really only see them on Coruscant, to be honest with you, but you know, you could use them. I can't wait to see a bunch of armies of these guys. I just know that, you know, a lot of people are going to want to get a lot of this figure, and it may cost quite a bit to get quite a few of the set, so people are probably going to be going online to buy these separately, or sell them separately. So yeah, where to start? Cool tools. So this is Clone Wars. You see from the head, it is a Clone Wars set, as I said, so it is more cartoonish, the features. Like we've got the Wolfpack Troopers in the Republic canon thing. But that's nice. Cool. Do get some leg printing, which is obviously different to the old ones. Very nice, very cool. This sort of very bright, you know, red. So cool. Back printing. Yeah. Onto the helmet. Same helmet mold, obviously, as other Phase 2 clones. Right, so let's compare it to the old one. This one we only got this one in 2 sets. We got in the ATAP, the old one, and we got it in the Clone Battle Pack, like the very first one. So yeah, so I definitely prefer the new one, you know, by some distance. Obviously the helmet molds are different. This is very cool, you know. Very cool. And obviously, one of the good points about these new clones is the fact you can easily turn their heads to the side. Whereas with this one, she sort of has to go over their shoulder. So, but yeah, that's more just a thing about all these old clones. So yeah, I definitely prefer the new ones, even though they are a bit more cartoonish. Definitely very good. Printing on this one, compared to the printing on this one. Very cool. Very nice. And obviously no leg printing there. Very cool. This one has red arms. So yeah, I definitely prefer the new ones. And they're apparently meant to pilot it, which isn't actually accurate, because obviously it's a police gunship, so the police are meant to pilot it, but apparently they are. Anyway, but I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so, on to the actual set. As I said before, not actually as big as I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I don't know really why I thought it was going to be so big, but whatever. I didn't think it was. You know, it is a gunship. Anyway, though, so yeah, good set, good set. What's there to say about it? I suppose let's just go on the features. Let's go from the back forwards. Actually, on the back, do you have this sort of laser cannon? Now, this is different from like ones we've got in other sets. For example, the ATT or the Republic gunship. This one is not a ball turret, and it's fixed in place. You see there, you know, and you know, it can only really spin, but like it also doesn't make any difference. So it can't actually move. So you can only shoot in that direction, like straight on. So yeah, there you go. On the back, you do get these flaps. You get 2 flaps, one on each side. They're both open. On this side, you get, I have no idea what this is. It might be a probe, or it might be, I don't know, it might be a gun, like a little gun that folds out or something. Simple design though. I like it though. You can easily put it on that peg by attaching it to that. And that very simply moves out. On the other side, this also folds out, and I assume this is where you put the guns. I assume, like, obviously, if it says on the box that the shock troopers are piloting it, so that's where you put their guns while they're piloting it, and they can easily just fold in like so. Very simple. And there you go. Right, on to the next bit. It comes with a fair amount of stickers. For example, the sticker there, sticker there, sticker. And that's pretty much it. I mean, and obviously doubled on the other side. Oh yeah, there's a sticker up there. Onto the side, we do get these. Now, in the actual Clone Wars, if you actually watch it, these do look like prototype sort of solar panels. If you know, like the ones you have in the TIE Fighter. So this is clearly more. Because this is near the end of the Clone Wars, so they're getting more prototypes of the actual, you know, like TIE Fighter things that we see in the originals. They're getting close to that period. So these are prototype of those wings. So they're cool. They can fold to any angle if you really want them to, but the official angle, I believe, is just like 90. Oh, gosh, did they come off? Yeah. It's a 90-degree angle. And, well, yeah, they're quite wobbly. However, because it's sort of top-heavy, you know, it stays in that position. So, yeah. And that's the same on both sides as well. But they are quite wobbly, I suppose. Nothing actually to keep them there. These do move up, like the mechanism. No idea why it would move up. I assume, you know, when it was landing, then it would come down like that. And then these things, don't know what really these are, what the purpose of these is, but you have these cool pieces, which I think we see a lot in Ninjago. This will stick out the bottom, and you get obviously some more up here. So in total, you get like, what? Oops, sorry, one of the ball turrets has fallen off. You get like 6 of these particular pieces in this set. And anyway, that just comes out for some reason. Comes out like so, and then you can move this up, down, and it moves with it for some reason. So yeah. And again, that's the same on both sides. Right, so on the top, oh no wait, actually no, let's go to the doors. I do get doors on either side, like the Republic gunship. It does open up. Now you see, just lifts up, like so. Can't really see in there very well. Not much space. If I open up the other side, it is obviously the same. Still can't see that well. There is a bit more space in there. I zoom in. Yeah. Can you sort of see in there? I hope you can see in there. It's a really tricky angle. I can't really stick the camera in there. But anyway, so you get, what is that, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles by like 4 space in there. So not really much space, especially for a gunship. This is probably one of the reasons I remember it being bigger, because I remember you getting much more space. And there was also, by the way, I remember vaguely there was these things you could hold on at the top, you know, sort of fall. I know it was the same on the Republic one, but obviously it's slightly different. These were much more visible, so, you know, but whatever, that's cool. These stickers as well, these don't open, unfortunately. I wish they did. I wish it was like a sliding system. That would be awesome. But no, unfortunately it doesn't. But that's cool. Now, on the top here, we do have the two new spring-loaded shooters, apparently, is what they're called. And you do get, if I can find them, oh, here they are. You do get 3 of these blue ones. So that's cool. Actually, I think these are the first blue ones we've ever seen. I think we get green and red ones, and now we're getting blue ones. So, you just simply put them in there. Obviously, it's the same on the other side, but I can't bother to put another one in. Aiming it there, you push it down. Yeah. And, hey presto, like so. These attach simply like that, by that mechanism. They do move a bit, but I don't think they're really meant to. Just stay there. As I said, that is a sticker. That's a Republic symbol. And yeah, at the front you do get 2 ball turrets, exactly the same as other ball turrets we've got, like in other sets. For example, the ATTE, Droid Gunship, Republic Gunship, all, you know, all the, oops, okay, that one keeps falling off. That's not really a design flaw, by the way, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just putting it too hard. But anyway, so, yeah, it keeps falling off. Anyway, so there you go. You do get 2 ball turrets. And also maybe wondering, how did they get in? Well, obviously they have to get in there somehow. Well, this whole thing lifts up. And you stick it there. And there you go. And inside, there you go. And you can, if you really want to, whoops, pull it out. Don't really know why you want it. See? And it's simply, because there's like, behind that large rod piece, there's one of those pieces where you can see one of those crosses, you know, where you're meant to put this into, if you know what I'm talking about. And you simply slide it in, and it attaches like so. Right, on here we get 4 stickers. Bit of a pain to put on. But you know, there you go. 4 stickers either side. And 1 or 2 each side. And let's take our shock trooper. Put him in there. He's not actually meant to. I think, you know, obviously a pilot, a police pilot or whatever is meant to drive it. But, you know, whatever. Let's just stick him in. He's in. Take the set. And you simply slide him in. And there you go. Sort of clicks. And then you put the cockpit back down. And you can sort of see him. Obviously this is tinted red. These pieces are really cool. They're more, you know, these are really rare and really cool pieces. You know, I can't wait to see a bunch of mocks getting them for the pieces, because this set actually quite piece based. You know, I mean, you got some pieces back here which are really awesome. I mean, you know, this whole big piece, this whole thing at the back is a piece you very, very, very rarely see on a Star Wars set. You normally only ever see it on like city sets. You know, we have a plane or maybe a boat. You know, that sort of piece. This is a whole one big piece. There's a sticker as well, obviously. And there's also a very large piece back here. You can sort of see that. So we're getting a lot. I mean, these pieces are quite rare and black. And in fact, I think they're quite rare just generally. We're getting a lot of really good pieces in this. You know, especially obviously the tinted glass. And, you know, all this sort of, you know, slightly tinted red. And it's so awesome. By the way, the mechanism easily goes up. Just attached by those 2 hem pieces. Yeah, you can have it like, I suppose you could have it like that if you wanted. Yeah, I suppose you could. Might be slightly hard to put it in, but I suppose you could if you want. You can have it like that. Oh, hang on, need to put his gun. I meant to put his gun in the other thing, but oh well, who can be bothered with that? So yeah, that's really cool. Underneath we do get a little light, because it's a police gunship, so I assume it's meant to, like, you know, search out criminals in the Republic. Obviously it's not actually a little light, it's just like one of those transparent pieces, but that's cool to have. I think it looks cool. Driving along, you know, the little light there. That's awesome. Nice added detail. I'm glad Lego added that. But yeah, that is the set. Right, so the way it lands, I think there's 2 ways you can make it land. Now, I was wondering about this, because I assumed before I actually got this set that these were set in place. So I was wondering, how would you land it? Because obviously you just, hit these things. Well, because these are, maneuverable, which is a good point. You can either land them, so you could have it like this, where you see, like so. As you saw at the beginning, they were like sort of like this, so that they are. Oops. So they're both like that. Or I suppose you could lift it up and stick it like that. And you can land it that way. So there you go. I suppose if you wanted. On the box it does show one way to land it. So that these don't get in the way. Whichever way is fine. It both works either way. And then, yeah. So, there you go. Awesome set. It really, really is. I really do strongly recommend it. I mean, yeah. It's fairly long. I mean, not particularly long. Trying to find a set to compare it to. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really find a set to compare it to. But, it's fairly long. Compared to the actual box, quite longish. Oops. It's all falling everywhere. It's also sturdy, apparently. It's really sturdy, this set. So, quite thin profile, I think. Apart from, obviously, the wings on the sides. Fairly thin profile, like the bulk of it. I definitely think it looks like a fish. I mean, maybe it's just me. But I definitely think it looks like a fish. So, yeah. These pieces are awesome. Seriously, I mean, I'm not sure if we've ever got pieces tinted in this colour. These particular pieces. So, I mean, maybe we have. But, it's awesome to get these things. So, yeah. Actually, that's some Star Wars writing there. And there. I don't know what that's meant to say. There's actually like a thing which you can use to sort of translate it, but I can't bother. I don't know what it says. Something, probably police. You think you'd probably say police. So there we go. That's awesome. It'd be nice if they made this bit a little more open, and so that you could fit more figures in, so you could easily access it, And also, obviously, a bit bigger. I vaguely remember this being a bit bigger in the actual Star Wars Clone Wars, and also adding some cool figures. I mean, yeah, these figures are relevant to this actual set. However, some other figures like the actual police and, Sarge Ventress, the commanders, all these different people, even Plo Koon. I mean, you did get Plo Koon in the Republic canon, but nonetheless, all these characters were, they're good. So, yeah. But, I suppose you better get into the actual, instruction manual. Quite big. I mean, big-ish. Big compared to the other, set manuals. Also, fairly thick. I was a bit expecting to get 2 instruction manuals with this, but obviously we didn't. So there, I assume that's Coruscant. Obviously, this actual battle scene doesn't actually make sense because, well, where we saw this, they were sort of trying to capture Ahsoka, so, yeah, but, Anyway, so you get Darth Vader on there, the very back. All these sets I have now done. Oh no, wait. Still haven't done them all. Still need to do that one and the Sheik Battle Pack. The boxes are on, on top of me. Well, not literally on top of me, but you get the point. Lego.com there. Oh, and that's it. There's no other. Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one other thing. You do get a brick separator, same with the ATAP. So that's awesome. Put that back. So yeah, you can add that to your brick separator collection. Onto the actual box. See, quite thin profile. And then you have the 2 flick fire missiles there. The cockpit opens. You see it landed with these things, flat to the floor, so I assume that's how it's been landed. And you can, have those guys. There you go. That's the little probe droid thing. Well, it doesn't actually explain what that is. Who knows what it might be. It could be anything. And then you have it. That looks weird. I mean, also, they wouldn't actually have the cockpit open while it's flying, so that doesn't really make sense in any way. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got it wrong. You can actually fit both figures in there. Alright, so let's take it back out. Apparently, yeah. Okay, gotta take off his gun. Take off his gun as well. Okay, we can put both figures. So, oops. He just pushed the other one off, but... Okay, so... There you go. I was wondering why there was two platforms. So apparently you can put both figures in. And then we're just going to just slide it in. This is all plates, by the way, down there. That's awesome. That's all plates. You can sort of see, you know, like, if you look in, it's all tinted and everything. Like, I mean, well, yes, obviously, but I mean, like, the light, you can sort of see, like, if you see there, it's more sort of tinted through. So, you know, the light looks red as it's going through. So that's awesome. Huh! So apparently you can even fit both guys in there. They can fit very comfortably. Yeah, so now you have both guys in there, apparently. Just put these back down. So, yeah, learn something new every day. So both guys are now in. So, yeah then. Oh. Try to put this at the back. So then, that is the set. Yeah, so what there's more there to say? I've already said it's a great set, because it really is. I do strongly recommend it, you know, I mean... Well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what else there is to say. It is a good set. So yeah, I give it a good 8, 8.5 out of 10. I mean, you know, I think the majority of people will definitely want to get this set, and I do recommend it. You know, the Shock Troopers are obviously very cool. Definitely recommend them. This set itself is pretty cool, not particularly useful. So I suppose if you're just one who buys Lego completely to make mocks, then, and you don't really care about your collection as such, then this is such a set for you because it's more Clone Wars based. But nonetheless, it's still really cool to have, and obviously those Shock Troopers are awesome. But yeah, and for £50, it's definitely worth it. Probably not the best set of this line, because we've had some really, really good ones, but definitely up there. Definitely in the top 5, and possibly even in the top 3, maybe. So, it's definitely a good one. Definitely want to pick up if you have the money. I suppose the only reason you may want to get multiples of this would be if you're going to resell it, or perhaps take the pieces. I couldn't really think of having multiples like made just for yourself. For example, with the ATAP or the Republic Cannon, you want a few made just for yourself, you know, because like you want to build it. But this is one of those sets where you only really want one made, or maybe two. But other than that, the only reason you get any more would be to resell it, which I think, by the way, this will be one to invest in, because it will go up in price quite highly, I think. Or if you want the pieces, which are quite rare and quite cool, actually. It's pretty good for the pieces. But anyway, so, that is the set. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, please give it a like down below. Also, down below, please leave a comment on whatever you want, any questions you have. You know, whether it's how I get these sets, whether it, you know, what's my favourite colour, whatever it is, just leave it down there and I'll try to answer it. And obviously, please subscribe to my channel. The last 2 reviews I'll be doing will be the Kashyyyk Battlepack and the Vulture Droid. They'll be coming very soon. Sorry for the slight delay in reviews. Editing and things have been a bit of a bummer, and I sort of, well, it was complicated, but I mean, the camera didn't work when I was trying to build it. Anyway. But anyway, so, yeah, and thanks for watching. Recommend the set, and I will see you next time. GeneralJSmith